This is a Missy Elliott exclusive.
Come on, Missy over here.
Hey, good morning. Missy Elliott joins us now in the WDKX Wake Up Club. How are you doing, Missy?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing good. It's early for you, girl. What's going on? You just get out of the studio?
Man, I'm just getting out of the studio. I'm practically still asleep. This too early for me, but it's all good though.
It's good to have you here. I tell you, Rochester still loves you, Missy. We love you, man. We're looking forward to you. If you ever want to come back to the city still loves you, girl.
Oh man, thank you, Rochester. Yeah, I lived there for a minute.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, so I remember Rochester well. Y'all still have them big snows out there?
Yeah, you know, we got the ice today, Missy. We got the ice storm today.
Wow.
We'll bring you during the summer when it's hot. When we know.
Yeah, please do.
Missy Elliott joins us now. Talk about your new video. I mean, 3D. I mean, you got to get the glasses to watch it. What made you bring it back to that era?
Well, from a kid, I've seen 3D, and I always wanted to do a 3D video, but I ain't had the money for it, like the first couple of albums, so I had to wait because, 3D costs a lot of money, and luckily, Touchstone Films, they, decided that they would give me the money to do the 3D video, but I always wanted to do one because I said no one had ever did a music video in 3D, and I always thought it had cool effects.
Oh, wow. And this is all in anticipation of your album. Now, I had 2 dates for the album. When's the album coming out?
Right now it's supposed to be May 6th.
Okay. All right, so that's it. And the name of the album is?
We still looking through the titles because I let my fans name the album. So we got like 30,000 to go through. So we still going through them.
Oh, man, that's going to take a long time.
Yeah, it is. It is. You so right about that.
Well, you got a lot of producers on the album. Talk about who you work with. I mean, a lot of people. Of course, Timbaland is on there.
Yeah, Timbaland is on there. He has 2 new producers by the name of Danger, who did a lot of Britney Spears stuff, a lot of other stuff. And then he has one that's named Hannon, and some producers by the name of Soul Diggers that I have. And I'm supposed to be going in with Pharrell this week, the week coming up. So hopefully he'll make the album too.
Oh, wow. Looking forward to that. So we're looking for May 6th for the album. Now, talk about a possibility of a tour with Janet Jackson.
Wow, who said that?
Listen, that's what your people's in Atlantic setting up for you, girl.
Oh, well, if they set it up, then it's all good. If they can make it happen, go ahead.
Hey, Missy, I heard you on Janet's album. How was it working with Janet?
Well, me and Janet are good friends. We used to hang out. So Janet is like a friend to me. I'm still a fan. I'm a fan before I'm a friend. So, but Janet wouldn't have to sell one more. She wouldn't have to sell another record. She's gonna always be Janet Jackson to me. So it's always a privilege working with her.
You know what's great? We have the album online, Discipline, and I tell you, you know what? That really takes me back to the old Janet days of the '80s when she was jumping on the chairs and doing the Rhythm Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Pleasure Principle and Rhythm Nation and Miss You Much and Escapade, whatever, all those joints.
But we could tell Missy you had a little futuristic influence. It was a little bit of the sock it to me and work it in there. She got a futuristic vibe.
That's right.
Well, I don't know. People have brought that to me, but I mean it's cool though, because I'm quite sure some things that I done looked at Janet and been like, oh, I'm gonna take that, or I'm gonna use that. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. Like I'll be happy if she did.
You got to talk about your clothing line. I know you're working with Adidas. It's called Respect Me. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, Respect Me, I have a clothing line that's under Adidas, and actually is the kind of clothes that this time around is the kind of clothes that females don't have to feel too underdressed and they don't have to feel too overdressed. It's just that line in between where it could be some, fly pants that they can rock with heels. So I just wanted to get that out this time around, so when people wouldn't feel like they just got off the basketball court, or they feel like they on their way to the Oscars. I wanted to have that in between feel where you just in a club and you feel comfortable, but you still look cute.
Wow. Talk to me about being an MC in the game right now. There are not a lot of female MCs, but you have stood the test of time. And I tell you what, it doesn't matter what record you put on from any one of your albums, you always have that club jammer that's just like, you know what, that's a Missy Elliott jam, and it's a club classic.
Thank you. It's cool. It has been kind of scarce, because I think everybody is kind of doing, you like I said, you got Eve that's in the acting. Well, actually, Kim should be get ready to drop soon too, so I'm looking forward to that because I'm a big Lil' Kim fan. But it most definitely is not like it used to be back in the day when you had Salt and Pepper, MC Light, Queen Latifah, Roxanne, Shantae. All of those, seem to be out around the same time. But hopefully, we all will be dropping. I know Trina is finna drop her album. God, I don't know what Foxy is doing right now, but hopefully, we all will get together. I know for my album, I want to get that record where we can all get on one record. So if I can make that happen, then I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Maybe I can make that happen.
Possibly like a Ladies' Night Part 2? Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a classic.
Yeah.
Hey, Missy, I got to ask you, right? What do you like? Because your music is generally like amped and like you look to the next level, almost like an Andre 3000. You always go to the next level. Now, how did you manage to become such a businesswoman and not go Lauryn Hill crazy on us?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how crazy Lauryn is. I don't know, but I just kind of stay in a box. Actually, like I when I'm doing my music, I don't listen to the radio. I don't watch videos. I try to maintain just making up new stuff. And on the business side, it's just the business is totally separated. So I don't think I could ever mix the two and then end up losing it. But this is a hard business. This ain't people think that we just get up and we get these fly cars and fly jewelry and all of that stuff. It's hard. Like I'm up at 6-something in the morning and just got out of the studio. So you can. If you're not strong, you can kind of lose it. But, I come from a strong family, so I'm good.
That good grounding background in the family. Talk to a bit about to young people, because I think you just hit on something real interesting. I think a lot of people don't know that you were with a group, the group dissolved, you had to go out and do your own thing. I think a lot of people think that you just woke up one day, rolled out of bed, and then the cash started just coming in. You had to work and grind for that.
I wish I did wake up and roll into an Aston Martin. That would have been great. But I didn't. It's hard work. I mean, every day ain't always a happy day for an artist, but we still got to get out and be nice and talkative and do interviews, or we got to go to the studio where we might be tired from, doing tours. Is like stuff all day. Like we don't have a certain schedule, and it could get crazy. It most definitely could get crazy. My hat go off to any artist because I know what it is. When I look at Beyoncé and I see how she's constantly putting out albums and she's constantly doing award shows, I'm like, wow. Hey, like she doing it.
Speaking of the goods and the bads that come with the game. We know that you were real close with Aaliyah, and we know you had like a little bit of relationship to the recently deceased Static Major. Will you be doing anything with this project, or were you working with Static at all?
And the craziest thing is Static had just reached out to me to do a rap on one of his records. And we were supposed to get around to it, and unfortunately, now I don't know if they're probably going to put out his album, and hopefully they'll call me knowing that he did wanted me to get on one of his records. So I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so, because Static is a incredible writer.
Well, Missy Elliott, thanks for the time this morning. The album's supposed to be in stores sometime May 6th. No title yet, but we're looking forward to it, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. Anytime you want to come back to Rochester, we'll pick a nice warm spot for you,
You
okay?
know what? You got to call the album Misunderstood.
Yeah.
That's what the album should be called.
Hey, I've had a lot of that on the paper too. It's funny you said that. A lot of that. I've seen that name a lot.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I will definitely keep that in mind.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
at least we know it's in the running. Thanks for the time this morning, Missy.
Thank you.
All right, then. 103.9 WD.
This is a Missy Elliott exclusive.